that you mention it, he does have the same voice as that mystery caller. I did think he sounded familiar. It must have been because I'd heard it during your concert at the festival.
Damn, looks like the jig is up.
You really did that?
Oh, Crow, there's no shame in admitting that you care, you know.
Right.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
Basically, get a better sword.
I can't pretend to know much about this kind of thing.
He's right. Eastern blades like my Tachi are the heart and soul of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style swordsmanship. All right, I'll take your advice. And when I've got myself one, I'll finally take everything back. The Academy, Elise, and even you, Crow.
If that's how you want it, I'd like to see you try.
All right, well. And we depart. Look, all 5 of them are beasts. They just knew they were gonna land like directly on the ship. Look at that, just cold-blooded, man.
Courageous, full speed ahead!
Commence retreat from this airspace.
Damn, they moving. Pretty great intermission there. We will save here. Yeah, all those people that you fight there, make sure you scan them. Even Crow, you need to make sure you scan him. All that. So, and we will continue on. Let's go. Nortia Province.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my Awakener.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh? I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you. Really.
I actually think he would have held up pretty fine. I mean, he was holding his own. At least for a little bit anyway.
That goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, all right?
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
You make it sound like it was easy. Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Reen's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself. My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them.
What?
Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
Oh my god, so unnecessary. Oliver would be Oliver.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Of course he thinks it's cool.
Probably not impossible.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Right.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Reen!
Hey.
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel. So you were on board too?
You bet.
Who's flying
Good
the
to see you,
ship?
Reen.
Oh, she about to cry. Oh, the tears.
Whoa!
It's really you. You're really okay.
Why don't everybody hug normally? They always like press up against his chest instead of like wrap their arms.
No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance. We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Toa, but I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista, and it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
Reen is way too deep, man. Most people be like, man, thanks for saving me, folks. And that's really it.
You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. We still need to work on that one, but I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Reen's a guy you can count on.
And George.
Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
All right. And oh, that's right. Okay, he does have some people working on here. I was like, who the hell's flying the ship? Like everybody's there and the ship just going down. Our powers engaged.
The Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance. What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit. And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
He did?
I hope he's still alright. By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are always joined at the hip.
Ah, alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia.
He's talking about Mueller. Mueller has been like his bodyguard for a very long time. You meet a lot of Mueller in the Sky Games at different points in time. He's basically the guy that just keeps him under control. So
we're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
But Mueller is a soldier first, so that's his first duty. So he had to go prepare for war, basically.
With him too? So he's over in the west now.
Huh. I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm Sutherland Province. along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
This is the stuff that can get kind of like, if you're really not paying attention to the politics stuff and all the like who's in what place, because I'm pretty sure most people playing the game and probably don't even care, because we deal with that stuff, but not like it ain't hardcore. It's like just very on the surface stuff, and but you still need to know who these people are.
A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact. But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really. With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Rean was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
Well, what do you decide, guys?
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides. No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again.
You would think that like Victor or one of the older people would say these things that this kid is saying. Like, why is this kid able to deduct, like, or to deduce, like, where he needs to be in the middle of all this? He's a kid. Like, he's light years ahead of everybody on this ship right now, and it's ridiculous.
And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Rean.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
You bet!
I agree completely. We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Rean said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Rean's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
His trademark speeches.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thors has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand. Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you. From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
A bunch of kids.
What? What?
Father, would you mind elaborating?
Elliot's response was fantastic.
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Don't get me wrong, I'm just joking around about, like, I get why they're giving it to him. I'm just saying, like still, like, a lot of people have reservations about giving an entire ship to a group of teenagers. Like, I get this a video game and stuff like that, and these kids are very mature for their age and everything, but still.
Well, yes, but...
But then what will you do?
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces. Once there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region. The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of Eastern Erebonia in your hands.
Wow.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
Kinda. If we've got the Courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the Guild could come up with a plan this wild.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the Guild's members handle things, yourself included.
That's very true. Just rolling with Stell and Joshua, they did stuff just like this. Crazy ass plans and everything.
Oh, and Alphen?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
Now that she gonna say no.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Raisay Arner, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions. So do whatever you see fit to do. You have my full support.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Wow!
We are truly honored to have you with us.
No turning back now.
Yeah, seriously.
All right.
We hereby humbly accept custody of the Courageous.
Please, leave Eastern Erebonia to us.
We'll be counting on you then.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
Okay. On that day, Class 7 was entrusted with the day-to-day running of the Courageous. Viscount Arsaid and Prince Olivert decided that they would disembark near Legram and travel to Western Erebonia across the lake. And after receiving the bare minimum of instructions on how to operate the ship, its bright-eyed new owners set course for Ebel Highway. Yeah, we're all gonna die, right?
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
I do agree there. She has it pretty
It would
much
be
in
an
hand.
honor.
She's highly intelligent. She's ready. So how do I look? Wow, it really does suit you. Yeah, the size is just right too. That's a big ass head. Fortunately, I had a spare on hand that was a size smaller. That was quite fortunate. He saved her ass there. I'm about to flame her. Just saying. You're kind of like a cute mascot, like a human Mishi. Perhaps we should capitalize on this opportunity with an irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. Dude, stupid. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, you two are terrible. Gotta say, that hat's a nice touch, Toa. It really suits you. If you pay attention, she's like barely taller than Alphen, and Alphen is a child still. Like, well, not a child, but she's like a teenager, and Toa's a grown woman. I think Toa's like 21 here, or 20. Like, yeah, she's like borderline grown, like, and she's little as hell and is running the ship. Yep, you definitely look the part of a captain with it. I think things will be just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys won't be needing us around much longer. So you guys are taking off then? You'll be disembarking together with Father, yes? Yeah, it was nice to help out until you guys got back together again, but now that you are, there's no use in me sticking around. With the situation to the west, what it is, I decided to help out over there instead. I intend to return to commanding the RMP. I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. So you don't really get them for very long, and that's very sad to me. Having one of them, or having them with the party, was one of the highlights in the game for me earlier. And then when they kind of just left, I thought, oh well, they'll come back, or this and that, and it was like they kind of never do. And it's like the very end of the game, there's like this extra stuff that happens. You get them back, but it's like it was a tease, and it sucks. We understand. Bye, Claire. If you bump into Lecter somewhere, make sure you say hi for me. I'll be sure to do so. I have been entrusted with a number of research tasks by Chairman Arena, as it so happens. So this is farewell for now. That doesn't sound shady at all. But well, stay safe, alright? Whether you're a member of Ouroboros or not, it'll never change how our family's made. Oh my. I'm touched to hear you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. I apologize. There, I had a coughing fit that just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't want to do that on the mic, so I had to mute. Just kind of caught me off guard. Where was I? Still, let's keep in touch, okay? I'm going to keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. It's not like Erebonia is the only place where strange stuff's going down. True, I'm particularly concerned about what's happening over in Crossville. Anyway, I'll leave that to you. Give my regards to Miles. You know it. Thanks for everything that you've done for us. I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Hey, no need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. You may be working separately from now on, but I intend to do all I can to aid you in the future. Take care, everyone.
Master Rean, would you mind accepting this?
And here it is.
It's a little something I've always kept with me. I hope it will be of some use to you.
Black Virtue. So the Black Virtue, the attacks and crafts can cancel arts without you having to do an impede move. And it's like, I think it's like a 90% chance. And you also can delay people. I think it's like 5 + 5 or 6 delay.
Thank you, Sharon. You're always taking care of us, you know that? I almost wish you could stay with us longer. I feel like I have so much more I could learn from you.
I would like to remain here and continue to serve you as well, you know. I wish you the very best in the days to come. I'm sure that if you try, you will find a place worthy of you in this world.
Claire is the only one that's weak to me. I just think that hers is like, you can find it anywhere. Hers is like it's called Cerulean Hearts. It's 100% accuracy and 10% critical rate. It's like you can find items that do that. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Thank you. I'll do what I can.
Tobel's is definitely the best one,
I
though.
also hope that you'll continue to care for Lady Elisa in more ways than one.
Why you had to add that last part, see?
Sharon, stop!
We'll all take care of her while you're away, so don't worry.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now. Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
The in and out of voice acting stuff is irritating, I swear. I apologize, so you hear me drinking water in the background too. I'm suffering, man. My allergies are killing me.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The Old Guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the Old Guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
About to talk about a dead man,
He and
huh?
I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him, but there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually...
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue. I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
Oh boy.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the Reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the Intelligence Division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern.
You think?
It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave. He had so many plots in motion, I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
Yep. Two days later. You know, they got the other ass shit music. Let you know you're on an adventure.
No change in weather or wind direction since entering Kreutzen provincial airspace.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH. Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
All right.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. She's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
That's just one of her many charms.
Flaming this chick, bro.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it.
Oh, he's sitting at the head of the table now.
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way. And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
I'm just wondering where the hell they're gonna get gas from, because gas is high as shit right now, man.
Yeah,
Just
we don't want to
being
risk
honest.
getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
You see these gas prices, man?
It's sad to think
Shit
we
crazy.
barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
You think in the future we'll have like airships and shit like that? I don't know. It does seem like we have right now the tech to make something like that happen. It seems like we do. Like if they really put their mind to it, they can make something like that work. But I just always wonder, like, I don't know, are we forever gonna be driving cars on the road, or are we ever gonna take to the skies doing that?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want.
I like.
I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
You slacker.
Right. She's on her game when Victor was on there.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Quartzmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
Milliam is too young to be saying shit like that.
I was kidding.
No, she wasn't.
In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
I get what she's trying to do, though, is to force them to actually act and not just depend on her. She's still teaching them, by the way.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Yeah, there you go.
Getting back to the matter at hand. We don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it?
Of course.
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
we were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
Got the ass whooped last time.
Toa, George, the Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper-class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are gonna be rock solid.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
Got a point.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity. Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from Thors from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the Academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
Now that's a very realistic thing, because like if you think about it, the people that's on deck are not getting paid with them being off the ship, or they're like probably chose their way in this war. So yeah, you're gonna have to get some people that's gonna eventually fill those spots.
I know the feeling, actually.
Everything works for me.
I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can, all for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
All right, so that is our next goal. All right, well, I suppose what we need to decide next is where we should head first. Yeah, we don't have many places we can go at the moment, but there's Legram, Ymir, Nord Highlands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division's base too, right? Yeah, I asked Dad about it yesterday and he's fine with it. Probably better for us to swing by all of them once, really. Oh, almost forgot. Prince Oliver sent you a few requests to take care of. He did? Oh, joy. The details are all right behind you. Behind us? Yep. There's an orbital computer here. I've only ever really used one in class. No need to fear, technology doesn't bite. Plus, it'll be easier in the long run for you to grab stuff from there. So go on, take a look. Sure. Oh, lucky us, they are made from the Epstein Foundation, so they're identical to the ones we use in class. There we go. Oh man, my ear. Something's popped up. So this is how everything's displayed. You can see from there it says extra activities, but the rest of that language looks weird as hell. The Intelligence Division has some of these too, I think. Alright, so we are only going to be doing... Oh, Patiri's on there. Damn it! Let me see this one. God damn it. Okay, some of Thor's students right there, and a monster. So, damn it. The one with Patiri is it's not one we have to do, but Patiri is close to Machias, and it kind of gives you a sense of who she is before you play the later games. Damn it. Alright, there's one from Nord, one from the ground, one from Garelia's Proving Ground. Seems we got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. And how I wish it were my imagination, but I think I saw a depressingly familiar name on one of them as well. I'm kind of worried about the one Dad sent us. And I don't think we can ignore the unusual monster that's appeared in Nord either. Oliver took the time to gather and send all these to us himself. Wow, just how did he manage to do that? And he just left for Western Arizona. That's Oliver. He's a guy with plenty of connections, especially through the Bracer Guild. He said he's going to keep finding stuff like this, and he thinks that we can handle sending it away. How many you end up doing is up to you, but I recommend taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Understood. I don't think any of us mind one bit. Indeed, it helps focus our goal for touring the region and help those in need. With that being said, I would assume checking the safety of our fellow Thor students as a top priority. I took the liberty of giving you that one myself. We're slowly getting information in on where the Thor students could be. Anytime we find something, we'll update the computer, and who knows, maybe they'll be willing to join us too. How convenient. I'm suddenly very grateful for those classes. Yes, we'll be checking this thing pretty often. Well, I think that's almost everything. When you decided where you want to go, first let me know. Oh, and George is hard at work setting up the orbital factory in the ship's hold. So if you need any modifications made to your Arcus or any quartz, you can sort those out there. While you're at it, it's worth checking out the other facilities on board too. It's not much now, but while we're short on staff, but I'm sure any students you recruit get creative with their space. Might as well. Still, do you guys mind if we figure out who's going to be making up our active party when we disembark first? Actually, if we're doing that now, would you mind including me? So yeah, Gaius is a mandatory member right now at this point. I like to see the strange monster from the Highlands request myself. I don't mind at all. That sounds fair. I can come with you. I can come if you need a hand too. You just let me know when I'm needed, okay? Thanks, instructor. Now let's see. So right here, because I have used the other people a lot, I am going to use the lower level people. Eustace in there, Fee. Yeah, Milliam is probably one of the only ones I'm not that crazy about. Her and Elliot. Yeah, but I guess I do need to get them out, get their levels up, because I did not use them a lot at all, and I'm not even lying. I did not. I at least get them over, try to get them over level 130. Okay. Okay, let's get going. Right. Let's go, go, go. Act 2, The Awakening Minds. So you gotta go to the ship. They make you do it, yeah. I should probably do as instructor recommends and tour the facilities on board at least once before disembarking. Disembarking. That's not much, but it'd be smart to go see George in the ship's hold and pay Valimar a visit. Might be good to see Princess Alpha too. You can now view the student's info tab on your notebook. Yeah, I don't think I need to change anyone's stuff around. Just double checking. Yeah, I think everybody's still good. Alright, fantastic. Alright, so I'll be changing up the outfits a little bit here. Let's get some more these ugly casuals. Just something different to look at. Oh God, that awful outfit. Nah, that's very different for him. That looks about right for her. Okay, that actually looks nice on her. I dig it. Well, that's something. Wow. Okay. That seems like it fits her personality, definitely. I don't think Sarah has one, does she? Yes, she does. Well, yeah. Oh, wow. That's something right there, too. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Throw something different on everybody. All right. We'll, start on the first floor and just work our way up. Nice. So this is where the Orbital Factory is. I could see myself coming here pretty often. George said he brought the Orbital bike on board from Ymir too. Maybe it's here. Either way, I want to thank him while I'm down here. Yeah, this place just contains the Orbital Factory. Like any other Orbital Factory, you can forge weapons, synthesize quartz, simply speak to George, and he will fill all requests. Valimar. This also happens to be the most spacious part of the Courageous. It's also where Valimar and the Orbital bike are stored. Eventually, both of these can be customized as well. All right. Okay, here's the hangar. There's the bike. And this dude. Hey, I think I actually do remember this dude. Huh. Okay. Let's talk to Valimar. Greetings, Awakener. That's how you said greetings. Hey, Valimar, I take it your mind is recovered a little now. Affirmative, it stands at 50% replenished. I see that a new power has awakened within you as well. I don't know if I call it new exactly. This power has always been within me. I just didn't understand what it was or why it was there. But thanks to everyone, it finally feels like it's part of me, if that makes any sense. Still, I need to keep practicing using it. I can't have a repeat of what happened aboard the Panchagul. You appear to be aware of your own limitations. Much like how you've learned to better synchronize with me to practice, humans must improve their specifications through similar means. You need only work towards improvement to gain optimal proficiency where the battles come. Huh? Yeah, I suppose you're right. He's like, what? I can't help but feel that one day this power will be useful to me as an awakener, too. I won't be able to use it all the time, but I'll do what I can to get better at making use of it. I look forward to it. Sorry about that. Oh, man. Sinuses, man. Ring can now use to craft Spirit Unification. Using this craft allows Ring to unleash the power within him and fight for several turns in that state. Activating it cures all abnormalities and increases Ring's strength and battle significantly. And that is no lie. It does. Especially in later games. Oh yeah, there he is. Alright, guy. Hey George, everything okay, doing okay here? Yeah, the ore factory is all ready for use. So if you need any work done in your ordnance, don't hesitate to let me know now. Thanks, I'm sure we'll be taking you up on that very soon. By the way, you're the one who brought the Orbital bike on board too, right? Guilty as charged. I figured it'd come in handy at some point. It was still in good condition thanks to Eustace. And thanks to Eustace? Shouldn't he mean Elisa? But I did make a few modifications to it. Modifications like what? Oh, I changed a few parts so that they'll be better suited for riding off the road. So now you should be able to ride it on rougher terrain. Feel free to take it for a spin anytime. We can ride whenever we want, really? Really. Even if it were to break down or something, it wouldn't be hard to come and collect if it's courageous. So go ahead and have fun riding it around. Thanks. I got a feeling it'll come in handy. And to be honest, just the thought of getting to ride it around all over the country gets me excited. Angelica would be proud. Oh, just one thing about the sidecar we added to it. It was roughed up pretty badly during the attack on the Academy. Sorry. I can fix it for sure, but it's gonna cost a lot of mirror to buy all the materials. So you're gonna have to go without it for a while, at least until we have the funds to repair it anyway. That's a shame. It is, but what can you do? Oh, one other thing about the bike. God damn, what would you say about giving it a brand new paint job? A paint job? Yeah, I saw this feature in an automotive magazine about painting those recently. I thought it might be kind of fun to give it a shot ourselves. You know, we've got the perfect test subject. I can easily set up a station over there. Why not give it a go if you're interested? I see, that does sound interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a shot once you're all set up. It sounds fun. You can now ride the Orbital bike. Yeah. You can now customize the color. Now, I never really ride the bike anywhere, honestly. Just being honest. Where's the thing? Let me see something. Okay, see here. What can I make now? Still can't make some of the stuff I want to make just yet. Okay. Don't think anybody has slots that need to be bought. I think everybody is good. Yep. And the covers. Okay. Yeah, I don't think any of this stuff needs to be. Alright. Nothing in this shop that I need. Probably need to sell some stuff, definitely. I'll probably do all that off screen. Now I think about it. Alright. So I'm not a fan of the bike being purple. Like, I never was. Nope. 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 God, that actually looks alright. And that one does. We'll roll with that for now. You get more things as it goes along. So, but I mean, I never ride it sometimes. Sometimes I just do my own thing. We'll see. Alright. Where's the elevator? There we go. Let's go to the second floor. Trying to make this go as quickly as I can. There's a ton of stuff on this floor. I should probably take a look around, see what's on offer. Second floor has a wide variety of facilities, including a kitchen and infirmary. While these facilities are currently a little, shall we say, limited, more will become available as you continue to recruit students. Oh, there's snowboards. This floor also contains a game room, just right for playing Blade 2 against your classmates. Alright, I'm going to end here. When we come back, we'll be exploring the rest of this and getting back to the story. I'm going to try to get through this act as quickly as I can, knocking out quests and doing different things, and I'm going to try to keep it mostly story-based. There's some quests I'm seeing that, like, you definitely meet some characters that you won't know about if you don't talk to them here and different things like that. And I'll deal with that as it comes to it. But I'm gonna try to get through this one, because right after this act is the finale. This is the best game in the series to me. I still feel, because of everything that was just involved in it, and the ending was really fantastic to this. But it is one of the shorter ones. I think in the long run, I think if you do everything on here, it does kind of push it, definitely. And it could take, all the games can take over 100 hours. I'll just tell you that straight up, when you're doing everything. But it is one of the shorter ones in the series to me. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna end here. We come back. We'll be going on with the rest of this. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I appreciate everybody that's been checking out the vids. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe if you did the content. Really crush that like button to help out the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.